Happy Spookies, everybody. I hope you're all doing well, having the most excellent day. And we are back with another unboxing. Today we're going to look at Mark Polonia's latest shark film, Sharkula.
I hate this town!
Something weird is going on around here.
Your name is really Renfield?
It's a bit odd, but harmless.
The shock and die are intertwined.
Sounds like a load of crap.
What is it?
Sharkula! Sharkula! The devil fish!
So don't mind me while I open this up. I hope you're all out there hanging tough. All right, here we go. Look at this. Look at this beauty right there, Sharkula. I got the DVD because I'm a broke beat. I'm not sure if it was Blu-ray option anyways. The back, it says, the shark vampire horror hybrid you know you didn't need. Now, again, if you're not familiar with Mark Polonia, he makes like these micro budget films. He has a lot of shark films. One of my favorites is Sharkenstein. You have to like enjoy these dumb shark movies to really appreciate them. But this is his latest one, Sharkula. I love the back quote right here. The shark vampire horror hybrid you didn't know you needed. After the legendary Count Dracula is driven into the ocean, he passes his curse onto a great white shark. The vampire's now undead pet is tormenting a local seaside tourist community, led by a cult of bloodsuckers. A team of modern vampire hunters attempt to send the Count and his new fanged friend to the bottom of the sea forever. Now, I know Jeff Kirkendall plays Dracula. Who else do we have in here? This is also another film by Wild Eye Releasing, which is why we don't have a poster. I just put out my Feeders video, I think last week. The movie also stars Titus Himmelberger, Natalie Himmelberger. I probably said those last names wrong. Yoli Canoles, James Kelly, and special effects by Anthony Polonia, which is his son. Written and directed by Mark Polonia himself. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shut up now. Let's pop this in and then we'll be back with a review. And we are back. Well, this was interesting, and first and foremost, I wanna say that homeboy Sharkula be looking like the Jersey Devil, okay? Man, this thing looks like a little puppet with wings on it. All right, and this was not bad. I had actually some issues with it that I'll get into in a little bit. For the most part, it was enjoyable. It's about like two friends that get invited to come work at some hotel. I forgot, the name of the hotel was really funny. It was like the Chum Bucket, I don't know. It was like some funny little name. But they get invited to work at this place, and it's run by freaking Count Dracula, of course. Now, Count Dracula, it is told in the movie, it's a little spoiler here, but basically what happened a long time ago, he was run down by a mob, and he was hurt. He fell into the ocean and came across like a big great white shark filled with nothing but bloodlust. And apparently they made like some sort of deal. He like turned the shark into a vampire, or making it like the Sharkula Jersey Devil looking thing, in my opinion. In exchange, it's gonna protect Dracula or something like that, and Dracula has to obey the shark. And whoever Dracula turns into like slaves or whatever, they have to obey him. But ultimately, Dracula has a master, and his master is Sharkula. Yeah, these two friends happen to stumble across what's going on, and I'm not gonna get too much into it or what happens exactly at the end. Oh man, it is a little silly, but that's what you expect from a Polonia movie. Also, I thought Jeff Kirkendall did great as Count Dracula. He's always a treat to see. I really enjoyed the Renfield character. I forgot the name of the actor, honestly. Let me see if I remember it here. Kyle Rappaport. I liked his portrayal of Renfield. It's just like this very, very creepy. I also really enjoyed the characters of Tim Hatch and Jamie Morgan. I thought they did fine. As typical, like I said, if you know these actors and you've seen them before, then you know what you're gonna expect. From an outsider point of view, I can pretty much see people hating on this movie, but I'm sure they get that a lot, and they also get their fair share of people that like it. I am one of the people that liked it. The freaking theme song is so good. Oh man, this is right up there with as good as like Feeders and Return to Splatter Farm. Now, one thing I really did not like, or just understand, how about let's say that, not necessarily like, but I didn't understand why the quality is the way, like, for instance, I watched RIP, I watched Feeders 3, I have a bunch of other ones somewhere, Hell on the Shelf, Sister Krampus, they all have like this very clear, crisp quality, but for some odd reason, I don't understand why the quality in Sharkula was just very low. It almost felt like it was shot on my old, like, freaking cheap Android phone that I had, and it's like kind of like the screen is a little fuzzy and it kind of like looks a little laggy, and I'm just kind of like confused as to why that could be. I'm not hating on it. I don't think think it hinders the movie at all. But for me, it was just very noticeable. I was like, okay, this quality, I don't know if it was my DVD. I don't know. That's like probably my biggest gripe with the movie. Mark Polonia is in it. He plays one of the people, one of the old like villagers back in the day. It's always fun to see him in like different roles in his movies. Like you gotta like just enjoy how silly some of these movies are. By the way, this offended somebody when I posted about it. So congratulations, Mark Polonia. You officially offended somebody. It was hysterical. I'll try to track it down if I can find it, but that's gonna be it for that one. I do want to talk about the next one though really quick since I have you here. And I think I when I did my theaters, I did a little reading on the back, but since we're here, I'll go ahead and do it right now. A young woman with a mysterious past arrives in the Catskills to find she has inherited a resort that has been in her family for generations. What seems to be a dream come true soon turns into a nightmare. She cannot escape when a killer starts stalking the resort's patron. Can it have some connection to her fabled ancestor? Wait for it. The legendary man who slept his life away, Rip Van Winkle. I actually don't know anything about that folklore. I didn't even bother looking up anything on Rip Van Winkle.
Heartbroken, asks, does nobody here know Rip Van Winkle? And explains that Rip Van Winkle was her father, who disappeared 20 years earlier.
When I first got this movie, I thought it was like Rip, like rest in peace, but no. The movie stars Lyra Turner, McKenna Wysocki. Oh, look, I'm really bad with names. Y'all know that. I'm sorry. This was written by Frank Durant, directed by Frank Durant and Mark Polonia, and produced by Frank Durant. And I think it was edited by Mark Polonia. So one thing I want to say here is I can see the difference in like the directors when it comes to like a fully directed movie by Polonia versus a movie where there's like a co-director or somebody else. I don't know how to explain it other than if you just watch enough of his movies, you can see one of the things that really stood out and a negative thing for me with this movie is its length. This motherfucker's like an hour and a half. Like in some of Polonia's commentary, he talks about how these movies really should not be that long. These movies, and I forgot what commentary it was. It was probably House Squatch or Hell on the Shelf or something like Sister Krampus probably. It was one of those. I remember him talking about how he is just really against like that idea where a movie should be that long. And his movies are pretty short, like an hour and 15 at the most. Some of his other ones might be a little lengthier, but this one is like an hour and a half, and there's just a lot of stuff in this movie that just probably could have been short. Like literally you can cut out like 20-30 minutes of this movie, like 20 minutes or so could have been easy cut out. And it's mostly near the beginning because it doesn't, once the killings finally start happening, because it's all about this girl. She inherits, or spoilers by the way, I actually don't know how to find this. I don't know, I got a copy of it sent to me. I'm not sure if it's streaming, but yeah, spoilers. It's all about her. She inherits this resort, and the first like 20 or so minutes is her getting to the resort. She meets Tim Hatch's character, and she starts just like cleaning and fixing up the place, and it just I don't know, just felt a little unnecessarily long. But shortly after, people started arriving, and you have like these guests that are just so annoying, so rude. They're supposed to be like that though. Man, some of these people, there's like this one couple though that was hilarious. And this guy is starting to become one of my favorite actors in his Polonia movies. Michael Korotush. I probably am saying that wrong. I'm sorry. He played Hank. He was like with this girl who was just absolutely cruel to him, and there was like the sex scene where she's just like slapping him around, and he's like shaking. She's like, "You like lettuce?" But no, it was just it was fun once the killing started. But before that, it took so long to get there. The killings weren't bad. They were pretty funny. There's like people that get killed with like bowling pins, and like Tim Hatch's character gets like plunged straight to the mouth and suffocates. It's pretty funny. There's a little twist in the movie too that I thought kind of redeemed the movie itself. But it's very cheesy. I'm not gonna lie. It's a straight up like just campy and cheesy. But I recommend it. If you're a fan of Polonia, you can still see like his little like directorial stuff in there, and it's good to always see his characters come back, or the actors come back. We have Jeff Kirkendall, who plays like that sort of crazy Ralph character. I really enjoyed him coming out and just like yelling in the middle of the street and stuff. It was a fun movie. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right there. I can hear my baby crying. I need to get to her. Let me know in the comments what you thought or how you're doing. I'd love to hear from you. Anyways, happy spookies.
If he knew the twisted mind of yours!
If you disobey it one more time, you'll end up with a sacrifice!
Sharks?
Sharks.
We bring you our sacrifice for your bloodlust.
What's your problem, asshole?
I saw a giant shark with glowing red eyes in the water. What is it?
Sharkula! Sharkula, the devil fish.